If you keep approaching your fitness journey periodically where you're thinking to yourself, right, for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, I am going to get bang on it. But as soon as shit hits the fan, as soon as life gets stressful again, unfortunately, fitness is going to be pushed to the side. Just finished in the gym. Time to head down to the studio to film some content for you today. Beautiful, clear morning. And we are here in the studio. Welcome. You know what? One day I'd like to have a dedicated filming space. Not quite at that level yet, but the acoustics in here are fantastic. So hopefully it makes for a nice listening experience. Request, I want you to like this video if you are a fan of the TV show Vikings. Fucking great TV show. Or I want you to like this video if you are a fan of the TV show Breaking Bad. Now there is a point to what I'm saying. These two TV shows for me have something very, very distinct in common. It's not the story, it's not the production, it's nothing to do with the actual content or the quality of the show, even though they are both brilliant. It is the way I consumed both TV shows. Now, when I watched Breaking Bad for the first time, I was living in Korea. There's 7 seasons, right? And I think I watched about seasons 1 to 5, sort of back to back every day, go home from work, hit the gym, and then settle in for some Breaking Bad. And because a friend of mine was lending the DVDs back in the day, look them up, archaic piece of technology. I didn't have the last couple of seasons and I didn't see him for a couple of weeks. We forgot to exchange them a couple of times. So it was a good couple of months and then finally I got round to those last couple of seasons.
Maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
Same thing with Vikings. I remember watching series 1 to 4, I think there's about 6 seasons. I think I got right to the death of my favorite character ever, Ragnar Lothbrok. That hit me hard. Ragnar Lothbrok, Michael Corleone, and Odesu from Oldboy. 3 best characters of all time. So I got right up to that. And believe it or not, the last episode I watched was in the hospital room the day my wife gave birth to my baby. Aww. And then life got a bit hectic for a couple of months with the arrival of the little princess. So I didn't actually get to those last couple of seasons, which was focused on Ragnar's sons, till 2-3 months later. Stick with me. There's a point to what I'm saying. The other day I was browsing on YouTube and I saw a video that caught my eye. The #1 mistake people make when it comes to fitness. And I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to watch it. I'm just going to give my take on that topic, because what is the #1 mistake that people make? And I think I've stumbled upon it. And the reason I used those TV shows as an example was because life got in the way when I was watching those TV shows. Things happened, roadblocks appeared, and I couldn't consume the entire TV show. I couldn't finish the job one long sitting. That's absolutely fine. It's a TV show. It's nothing serious. It's nothing permanent. You can always come back to it later on. Fitness doesn't work like that. I think that is the biggest mistake that people make. Every time I work with a new client, they never complain about the exercises they have to do. They don't even really complain about the food or the nutritional habits that they need to change. The reason that most people end up falling off and then seeking out help is because they've tried to do it before, life has got in the way, and fitness has been pushed to the side. And unfortunately, if you've got that perspective where your social life gets busy and takes priority, or your job gets a little bit overwhelming, and because of that, you just can't focus on anything else, so you just work and then go home and eat what you want, that is going to stop you from getting to where you need to be. You need to introduce a sense of permanence into your fitness journey, because if you approach things with a sense of permanence, as in you are making permanent lifestyle changes, then it gets to the point where no matter what happens in life, you're not going to fall off. You don't have to be balls to the wall, 100% on it all the time. But if you have a sense of permanence, you'll always keep things ticking over and you're not going to fall off. Now, unfortunately, what I am discussing is the opposite of that. People know they have to make changes, and they have the intention, and good intention, I might add. They have that good, strong intention, that strong will to make changes. But as soon as something comes up, fitness is the first thing that goes out the window. So let me ask you a question. Would you sack off your friends permanently if life got stressful? No, of course you wouldn't. You always want to go out. You always want to relieve yourself. You always want to relax with your friends. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, would you stop brushing your teeth every morning if it was just a little bit inconvenient? Would you go out to work all day without brushing your teeth, without taking a shower in the morning? No, of course you wouldn't. And I'm not saying fitness has to be the priority of every single day. But if you make yourself a schedule of 3 days a week, 4 days a week. You have to stick to that no matter what. If that means waking up on those days at 4 a.m., fucking get it done. If that means sacking off a meal with your friends after work, fucking get it done. Another thing is, people who want to make changes, when you're talking to them, they often have this sense of entitlement about what they are entitled to do as part of their lifestyle. Now, it's only them that it's going to affect, but if your attitude is something along the lines of,
I really enjoy having a drink twice a week. I really love certain foods, like, I love going out the weekend and just indulging and having some food.
that is fine, but accept that that is your choice and that is going to hinder your progress. The fact that people don't get that, you ask people like what their diet is like, people who are kind of like newer to this type of thing, some of the stuff they come out with where they think that something is healthy because there's a few vegetables thrown in, or because they've written the word protein on something, that it makes every other ingredient, every other aspect of that meal a healthy choice. Really astonishing how uneducated some people actually are. So look, this isn't a dig at anyone. I'm trying to help you. If you don't have a sense of permanency, if you keep approaching your fitness journey periodically where you're thinking to yourself, right, for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, I am going to get bang on it. But as soon as shit hits the fan, as soon as life gets stressful again, unfortunately, fitness is going to be pushed to the side. Just like the way I came back to Vikings, just like the way I came back to Breaking Bad all those months later, I'll finish it off then.
I have to finish the story.
Doesn't work like that, geezers. Sorry to tell you. Hope this has been a bit of a wake-up call for some people. Like, comment, subscribe, argue with me if you want. No, don't argue. I don't want to be arguing with you in the comments. It's not my personality, okay? I want to be friends with everyone. Subscribe to the channel, support your boy, and until next time, guys, bye-bye.